So John and Rosco and I are going to go for a walk. It is 4th of July morning, and we're just starting our day with just a stroll because it's just a good day to get out, and it's hot. It's going to be a hot one. So it's about 9:30, so we're already getting a late start, and it's already in the 80s. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm just going to vlog during the 4th and take you guys along. You ready? Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
Maybe I was blind, known you forever while I tried to find someone that could be my great love. Right in front of me, I didn't realize you were my dream.
We love walking up here, and John's got his amateur radio in the background, so he's having fun with that. Rosco and I are just enjoying the quiet. It is so quiet up here. Of course, when I say walk with Rosco, I use that term very loosely because, as you can see, we spend a lot of time just investigating the weeds, seeing what's in there. I don't know what he thinks he smells, but he's onto something. And then I love being up here, we're kind of high up on a little plateau area, and I believe that's some kind of a hawk up there. I'm not sure. Well, yeah, see how they glide like that? There's two of them. I saw three, and then there were two, and I'm not sure. They might not be hawks, but they're acting sort of like it.
No, I'm good. It's good.
Oh, squirrel! There's a little squirrel. There is a squirrel going right by my house. Oh, and an ambulance. It is the 4th of July. I'm trying to make dirt cake. You guys know how to do. It's a really fun thing for kids because you can make it look like dirt and put gummy worms and all kinds of stuff in there. But I'm not. I'm not going to do all that. I'm just going to make it and then put it in a pan. I'm not going to add like gummy worms and things like that. Like you can do raisins, chocolate covered raisins and gummy worms. I used to do it, and I used to serve it in a flower pot with fake flowers. I'm going to link that description in my video for the recipe. But it's a fun thing. It's Oreo cookies, cream cheese, Cool Whip, vanilla pudding, all the good stuff. So I went to make it, and it calls for 32 ounces of crushed chocolate sandwich cookies. So I always use Oreos, and one big family pack of Oreo cookies is only 16 ounces. So you need 2 packs. I wish they would just say you need 2 packs. So anyway, I went to Walmart yesterday and picked everything up, and still didn't have everything that I need. So I'm running to Walgreens down the street. Thank goodness for these little stores. I'm going to get me a pack of Oreo cookies and then 2 packs of instant vanilla pudding because my pudding is cook and serve. I got the cook and serve because I like to do that with my banana pudding. But I forgot I should have gotten instant vanilla. I just don't know what's wrong anyway with me. But I'm in this mood to bake because I can take it and give it to family, and I don't have to eat it all. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a happy 4th. I have about 2 hours to make my dessert, mix up my salad, take a shower, and get myself on the road. And we're about an hour drive from where we're supposed to be. So, I'm like creating stress, but it's fun stress, you know. And there's an ambulance in front of me without his siren on. He's just got his lights flashing. So I'm trying to give him space. I'm just going to go slow and stay in my lane. And yeah, he's just, I don't know. What does it mean when an ambulance has their lights flashing but their siren's not on? They're not going fast. So, all right. Anyway, okay. I gave him a little room. All right, I'm going to go into Walgreens real quick. I'm going to go home, make these cookies up, get myself cleaned up, and John and Rosco and I are going to go to my brother-in-law's for 4th of July. Oh my goodness, they have 2 packs left. 2 packs. Is that perfect? They were waiting here just for me. And we also had to get a gift card for a birthday gift. Where are the cookies? So I spent $35, $25 was on this, and the rest, the other 10 was for the cookies and the 2 boxes of instant vanilla pudding. And am I lucky because they only had 2 left. So now the most satisfying thing about this recipe, other than eating it, is crushing the Oreo cookies with a meat tenderizer. I love this step, and it's just so much fun. And I crushed the whole pack of Oreo cookies. You can put them in the food processor, but this is so much more fun. Seriously, just stick them in a Ziploc bag and get your meat tenderizer out and have fun with it. And just a note, I got the 32 ounces of Oreo cookies, and I only used 1 pack. 2 was way too much. This recipe was a little wonky. I'm going to talk about that here in a minute. Now we're going to start off with mixing the butter, the confectioner, the sugar, powdered sugar, and the cream cheese in a mixer until it's nice and smooth. And this step went really well. I did switch this to my smaller bowl, and I used this, and this is very, very creamy and thick. It's just perfect. And next, in a bigger bowl, we're going to mix it says 3½ cups milk, 1 12-ounce container of frozen whipped topping thawed, and 2 3.5 ounces of vanilla pudding. So I ended up starting off with the Cool Whip, and then I started adding the milk, and I ended up adding the 2 packs of instant vanilla pudding, and I'm mixing it up. And my container is only 8 ounces of Cool Whip, so I did end up using about 1/2 of a container from another one that I had in the fridge, so that all worked out. Now at this point, I have not added all of the milk because I'm not seeing it set. It looks like it's getting thick, right? If you watch it, doesn't that look like it's kind of thickening up? But it's actually in consistency not thick enough. Okay, so I've got these ingredients mixed up in here. The pudding. And see my little red topper there? I actually ended up getting that out and trying to use a little more creamer to even thicken it more. But this is where you combine now the first mixture, where we mix the butter and the cream cheese and the sugar. I'm now adding that to the pudding and the milk and the Cool Whip mixture. So now you combine all the ingredients together, and it says do not skip this. You can't put everything in the bowl and mix it all together, but you have to do it separately. I did all of this. I feel like I'm following the directions perfectly, and it just still just does not seem like it's turning out in consistency or taste. And so but I go ahead and mix this up, and you can kind of see how it's not as thick as it needs to be, but we're going to go with it. I'm going to continue to add I ended up adding a little bit more creamer. That's why I got the red one out, so I could just sort of add a little more, trying to thicken it up, and it really just never got to the point where I was satisfied with it. I may have just been impatient. Perhaps if I would have just let it set and chill, it would have finally thickened up. But what I ended up doing was adding a pack of chocolate pudding to it and the Oreo cookies. So that recipe did not turn out right. I've made dirt cake forever, and that is not the dirt cake I know. I just thought all recipes, it would be a good recipe. I started reading the comments, and some of the comments I have to agree with. I followed the directions, and in my opinion, they don't add enough cream cheese, and they ask for too much milk, and that's way too many Oreo cookies for that recipe. So I used about 1.5 packs of Oreo cookies, if that. I did not use all the milk. I probably cut the milk back by about 1/4 cup. I added more Cool Whip, and I added another pack of pudding, and I had chocolate, so I just went with it, but I would recommend another pack of vanilla and another pack of cream cheese. I would double the amount of cream cheese in that recipe and put another pack of pudding, and you might have a good recipe. Otherwise, I would just say try a different one, but I'm going to link it down below. Maybe I don't know. I had John check it. We're pretty good at, he's really good at math. I think we had the recipe down and it just did not turn out. So let me know what you think. And definitely dirt cake is really great, but I'm gonna look for a better recipe and maybe I can share that on a different video when I find it, because that's not the recipe that I used to make when the kids were growing up. So, all right, moving on. I'm gonna get cleaned up. I have stuff all over me. Look at that. Just anyway, this is my small shirt I got at Sam's Club. It's a small men's, and I did do a workout, and this is what I work out in at the house. So, all right, we're gonna get cleaned up and head up to spend some time with family. It's 4th of July.
We went to our little 4th of July thing. I did not get any pictures because it was family, and I didn't want to make any family uncomfortable and that kind of thing. So I'm very protective of like our extended family. So I didn't do any vlogging, but I took what I'm now calling. Oops, I'm calling my dirt cake gone wrong. And let me just say, I think they're on that recipe for the dirt cake, their numbers are off, because my sister-in-law looked up the original one for me, and she said, yeah, their numbers are off. Like so she's sending me the original one that we've had forever, and once I get that, she's mailing it to me, snail mail. So once I receive that, I will I'll share that with you guys. But there is another recipe I found online, and it's like the Iowa girl or something blog or something. I looked at her recipe, and I think her recipe is pretty much what I remember, so I will link that recipe in my description, and I advise you, if you're interested, to check that one out. The thing is, in the recipe that I read, you put your pudding mix, and you put your Cool Whip, and I think it was the Cool Whip, that second bowl of ingredients, you mix that up with the pudding. I think what you need to do is take the pudding mix it with the milk, and make the pudding, and then add the other ingredients. That's what I'm thinking. And I don't think there was enough cream cheese in that recipe. But anyway, what I ended up doing is I went ahead, it wasn't going right, so I left out some of the milk. I didn't put all the cookies in there. That was way too many cookies. And I also, didn't put as much milk. And I added the chocolate Jello pudding, instant pudding. I added a pack of chocolate instant pudding and just stirred all the Oreo cookies in there and just made sort of a sludge. And then I did not get any pictures because we were running late by then. So but I did make a mini one. I'm going to show you guys my little mini cups I put back for John and me to taste. So then what I did is, in my pan, I took some Oreo cookies and I sprinkled them on the bottom of the pan. And then I put a little layer of the mud, I'm calling it mud sludge, mud pie, a layer of that. And then you can do a little layer of Cool Whip, which I had that squirt red Cool Whip in the red can. I just squirted that on there a little bit. And then I put some more Oreo cookies. And then I did a couple layers. And then I ended with, oh my gosh, I've got an antenna back there for John. It's his birthday, and we went and picked up a couple things he wanted, and it's in the back of my car. I'm trying to be really careful because I also have a birthday cake back there, because he's in his truck and I'm in the car, and he doesn't know I have this birthday cake. So we split up. I went into Albertsons and bought a few things. So I bought a birthday cake and got him a Amazon gift card and some candy and stuff. So anyway, so I layered that into just a square pan or a rectangle pan, and I ended with a little bit of I ended with the pudding mixture on top. The sludge mud. I'm calling it mud pie. I called it mud pie. I said it's dirt cake gone wrong. That's what I told my family. This is dirt cake gone wrong, and they laughed. I ended with the mixture, the pudding mixture, and then I took some Cool Whip, and I put that on top and spread a nice topping of Cool Whip on top, and then I sprinkled Oreo cookies on it, and we just scooped it out like ice cream. And I said it's just mud pie. I said it was going to be dirt cake. It's dirt cake gone wrong. It's mud pie. I said I don't know how it's going to taste. And I told John I didn't even want to take it, and he said no, let's take it. It was a mega big hit, like a mega big hit. I'm like, are you kidding me? Everybody loved it. They were just it. I mean, it came out real nice. They just scooped it out in on the side of on their plate, and I mean, we didn't have that much left. People were like, "Oh my gosh, this is really good! Oh my, you need to write this recipe out." I said, "Well, just follow that recipe on recipes." And only thing I did different is I added probably not as much milk. I just didn't add as much milk, and I added an extra pack of pudding, and it just happened to be chocolate, and that's all I did. And it was like I'm talking big hit at we had about, I don't know, we had a group of us and everybody loved it. So I don't know, guys, sometimes the best things, the best recipes are accidents. And that's really going to be it. So I hope that you're doing well. Let me know what you did for the 4th of July. Did you celebrate? And have you made dirt cake before? And what do you think I did wrong? And did I do something wrong? Was there something I did that you saw? I know it was hard because I only did clips, but let me know if there's something you saw that you think I probably did wrong, but I don't think so. John checked it over, and I followed the recipe, and it just wasn't what I remembered. So do check out the Iowa ladies. I don't know her. Oh my gosh, I don't want to see that. There's something in the road. Okay, so check out the Iowa ladies recipe though, because hers was really good. I mean, hers looks more accurate. And then when I get the one from my sister-in-law, I'll share that with you. So, all right, that's it. I'm home. I will end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. Take good care, and I'll see you on the next one.
I know you're all about the good vibes. Do you know how much I love you? Wanna see you smile. Where's that happy girl that I know with a heart